Good evening and welcome to Channel 5.
This is Channel 5 News with Ron Burgundy, live from New Orleans.
And I'm Megan. And
yeah, this is Megan.
Tonight we have a very special
guest tonight.
We have Tennessee
Williams, famous writer. Come take a seat.
Good evening.
Good evening. Nice to meet you. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Tonight we wanted to discuss with you one of your most famous works, A Streetcar Named Desire. One of the main themes that you used consistently was a woman's dependence on men. Why did you choose to use this theme?
Well, it was especially due to the time period, Megan. You have to remember, I wrote Streetcar in 1947, and this was post-World War II America, and the idea of the nuclear family was starting to build up. You know, the whole white picket fence dream. And men became more superior, and they were seen as the breadwinners, and women lost their independence that they had loved during the war. And they began to cater to their kings.
Yes, of course.
So when did you realize that this was a problem?
Well, I myself grew up in the rural South, and thus I was not exposed to this brutality and competition among men until later in my life when I traveled to St. Louis. In St. Louis, I realized this, and I saw this new lifestyle that was coming about, and I decided to address it in my play.
You know that in 2006, there were only 8 female governors to the 42 male governors, proving that the shift in power has not changed, even since your book. What's your response to that?
I do think that women still need independence.
Interesting.
Okay, and another one of the themes that you consistently used was each individual's need for youth and for beauty. How did you come up with this thought?
Like I said before, this was a revolutionary time period, and along with this suburban conformity came this idea of fitting in. In divulging this theme, I didn't mean just to talk about beauty and youth. I meant to really comment upon our need as humans for acceptance. We crave it, and as a society, we often confuse acceptance with beauty and youth.
So what inspired you to write about this?
Well, I don't tell many people this, but oftentimes in my work, I share my own frustration and desires. I often write about a lonely yet gifted outsider. In this case, it was Blanche. And they're a kind of tragic poet who nourishes this idea of beauty, but can't really attain that. As a homosexual writer in this era, my lifestyle was not really accepted, and I was that lonely outsider that I wrote about.
Interesting. You know, today, plastic surgery, very popular. But since 1997, 4.6 million procedures have been made, non-surgical and surgical, cosmetic procedures in the 35 to 50 age group. Most importantly, Botox. What's your response to that?
I think we need to start learning to accept ourselves as we are and not have to rely upon fake beauty.
I think I'm beautiful with the amount of Botox that I have in my face. So, yes, that's all the time we have tonight. So, thank you, Tennessee.
We're done. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, no. This has been Channel 5 News. I'm Ron Burgundy.